July 23rd, 2025. I did not sleep super long, I think about 6 hours or so, but I felt alright. I kind of got moving on my stuff, got back to my graphics work, mostly stayed focused on that all day. I kind of mostly worked on the same thing I had going last night. Just got through that, the main challenges I was facing, and started working on new elements there as well. And then in the later evening, I started, just as a break, working on, I went to a little development training website to kind of start learning the programming language for the iOS stuff, the language called Swift, and I went through, I don't know, 8 or 9 modules there, just kind of getting the things kicked off. And mostly that's what I've been focusing on pretty much entirely since I started doing that, probably the last few hours. It doesn't look super complicated, but just going to be, I guess, learning the specifics of the syntax, and how a lot of it is probably pretty similar, but there's obviously the specifics of the syntax it'll take some time to kind of develop. So that has basically been my day. I don't remember even leaving the house today. Just ate here. Yeah. And that would lead me to deep thought of the day. I guess one of the things that I kind of watched in one of the podcasts that I typically watch, almost always, I think, especially in these dating talk podcasts, people bring up this idea about the prefrontal cortex of the brain not being fully developed until the age of 25, as if it's an excuse to maybe justify people's poor decision making when they're 18, 19, whatever. And I've always thought that seemed like such a dumb idea, like such poorly founded thinking, as if when the brain finishes developing at 25, a person's reasoning and decision making is that much different than it is when a person's 18 or even when a person's 10. So I did a little digging online to see what might the percentage be that the brain is fully developed at the age of 18, for instance. And not that it was conclusive. You have to take it for a grain of salt, but the number I was seeing was the brain is about 95% fully developed at the age of 18. So the difference in 5% of development definitely does not seem like anything close to justification for what a decision a person might make when they're 18 versus 25. So it just seems like, and on top of that, people don't really, the people that cite this thing, oh, their brain wasn't fully developed till 25, as if they're, as if the brain is 20% developed at 18. That's the vibe it seems to be presenting. And it all seems like BS to me. I think people have excellent reasoning and capacity for decision making as early as they're children, you know. Literally 6 to 8 years old, people can make good decisions. If they are making bad decisions at 18, they're going to make those same bad decisions at 25 most of the time. It's just a matter of how much they've practiced decision-making habits and refined and improved that. And I guess maybe as an adult, between 18 and 25, life hits you a lot harder and forces you to become a better decision maker in many cases, but not all cases. Yeah, it's a thing that just bugs me. Anyway, I guess what that does in a practical sense for the call to action that relates to it, in my mind, is to say, learn to take responsibility for the choices you've made at whatever age, and practice making positive or correct choices. You can practice it. Practice it when you can, so that you can have greater confidence in your ability to make good decisions later. Anyway, I think I kind of sound like the grumpy old man shaking fist at the sky. I think I'm a little tired, I guess. I probably could have gone to bed earlier, but I was feeling good, making progress on the programming stuff. So anyway, here we are. Anyway, there it is. That's the day. Hopefully that was useful. Until next time, take it easy.